Point platform, TPP TV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we go make salute. Anytime where you there, it no matter. Anytime where you be, it no matter. Anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we putting up stronger one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. Where breeze not a shame. TPP TV, talking points platform. Then they give you information about salute.
Good evening and welcome to Talking Points platform, your home of entertainment and education. This is the program Health Corner, and Health Corner they come to una every Sunday for come educate una about certain things, them diseases, the way they take place now in country, and let we back see how we can able to promote a healthy living and healthy lifestyle. Today inside the program, we want to talk about HIV and AIDS. As we all know, HIV and AIDS na disease way they disturb the one whole world way don't kill up to 33 million lives them so far. And at the end of 2019, World Health Organization brings statistics where say up to 38 million people and they were infected with this deadly killer disease. Well, today na the program, follow we come understand and about this program, about this topic better one, we don't invite Garber. Garber na a medical lab scientist. We also they do advocacy work about HIV, AIDS, hepatitis, and so many other infectious diseases. Good evening and welcome to the program, Mr. Arthur.
Good evening, boss.
Okay, we so much thank you for we find time for joining me at the program.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Garber, we go straight to the point.
Yes.
Waiting na HIV and AIDS. We will let you explain to we waiting na HIV and AIDS, and if any difference there between them two are HIV and AIDS. And also, you give we waiting at the meaning, waiting them what they stand for also.
So, on a good evening, if I'm Willem, as my brother introduced me now to Garber, lab scientist. So, yes, the question about HIV and AIDS. HIV and AIDS, not two different situations. Though now one they lead to the other. So, like HIV, now the preliminary phase when somebody don't get infected, we did then small tumbuya when a HIV, the HIV tumbu. And when somebody when they move from that HIV stage, untreated, unmanaged, and they go to AIDS stage. So now the really difference between HIV and AIDS. And again, from HIV to AIDS, the signs and symptoms them they're different. And they become drastic, and even the one way get the small tumbuna in body, in life they are at stake when they reach to the AIDS point. So now the really clear definition about HIV and AIDS. Then you ask me about the difference between HIV and AIDS in terms of the definition. HIV means human immunodeficiency virus. AIDS means acquired immune deficiency syndrome. The HIV now the first phase, as I say, when the tumbu come inside the person, it gets thin then when go show say this person don't get HIV. When the master sabi people and the well body sign and then sabi that. Then small tumbu then they make the person immune system so German they will get our body. Then they die. Then they get power for fat any sickle they come inside. So make the person body vulnerable to so many other diseases when acquired immune deficiency syndrome. So they make the person immune system weaken that any sickness will come, the person body able for fat time again. So now the HIV that, now the AIDS that.
Wow, thank you so much for that precise answer there. I believe say we people are out there go to understand very well the difference between HIV and AIDS. Another question where a lot of people in the get now, if somebody gets HIV, is possible they not get AIDS?
Yes, you can come again. I'll not get you.
Another question where a lot of people they ask now that if you don't
Yes.
get HIV,
Yes.
yes, you don't infected with this virus, it possible also let you day you not get AIDS, let the HIV not transfer to AIDS.
So it possible for make the person in body make this tumor them transfer to AIDS. How this tumor they go transfer to AIDS? If like the person no know, say get HIV, the AIDS now the chronic phase of this sick. So like if the person know they take treatment for manage this HIV, for suppress this tumor in body, make it not reach to AIDS, the person eventually go get AIDS in condition will reach to AIDS points. So now the AIDS come inside. If you not take no management plan, no treatment plan, as in for suppress the tumor in the body, it eventually go to AIDS when at the chronic phase.
All right. So thank you so much for that answer. So basically, this HIV, what they talk about, how somebody fits get them, waiting at the means the way through it transfer, it transmit to people them.
Yes, I not get you. I not get you.
Yeah, I ask say how HIV, how it transfer, waiting at the means them through which HIV they transfer from say from one person to another or different other means them. Help with people to understand. Help we understand
Wow.
how HIV they transfer.
So the reception not that good. So I'm not been get all the way to you say earlier on.
All right, okay. I they ask
Yes.
how HIV go transfer, how somebody
Okay.
go get HIV.
Okay. So first thing first, we get ways the way people then get HIV. So the one big way where people well, layman go say person they get HIV for now too unprotected mommy and daddy business. If man and woman meet up or any form of sexual intercourse, the two partner they not use protection, condom, one foot socks. Person tendency they say the two people one pandem, if one infected, the other one will get HIV. Then people are making tattoo. Tendency they say during that process, if they're not sterilized, then instrument they use for tattoo, the person will get HIV. People where they barb, where they do saloon work, where they stitch them with on, if they're not sterilize the instrument, especially the one with the barb, if they're not use new blade per every aid within the barb, tendency they say the person will get HIV. So now then means then the people they get HIV as a result of body fluid exchange. And I mean all body fluid, it mean blood. Yes.
Okay, thank you for that one day. Mi fambulem una don yeri how somebody fit get HIV. So where you don't do unprotected, where you do unprotected mommy and daddy business that one way. So it very important for make you always use condom, both man and woman, because people them feel say no man only man condom day, but even woman condom then day.
I get bad reception. I get some this thing that affect it that bug me. I think yes, speak now. Maybe I will get you.
All right. Una sorry
now they
about
get you
that.
now.
So
get you now.
pambulem una don yeri say if you know use condom way they do mommy and daddy business now one part then way then they forget them, and also then baba and then hairdresser una just get for be careful also let una not use old blade for do somebody in aid because that person they stand at risk for get such sickness. Thank you so much, Mr. Garber, for that one day. So what about let's say ordinary day-to-day contact? Let's say shaking of hands, kissing, you share food with somebody, we get HIV or una exchange objects together. What about anything then? The one and they self they cause AIDS or no?
No. The anything they cause AIDS, Papa. Now, if anybody they think like that, now stigmatization that you stigmatize the person. Because commonly AIDS not a bit transmitted by shaking of hands, where they shake person hand, you eat with them, drink at the same cup, lay down at the same bed with them, no. Except you and the person do unprotected mommy and daddy business or blood exchange come inside. Now that way the person go do get HIV. But when you hug person, you kiss them, you hold hand, you lay down a bed with them, eat with them, you know they get HIV by that.
All right. So fambulem on adon yeri, no need for stigmatize people them way you know say don't get HIV and AIDS, they need we support. Not so because if you sit down with somebody or you eat with somebody, you shake hand with somebody we get HIV infection, they mean say it is transferring to you. So if you do that one day, then you don't stigmatize that person. In fact, I go as far as say you don't discriminate against that person day, and such thing
Exactly.
not good.
Exactly.
So waiting are the signs and symptoms of how somebody go know say they don't get infected. Waiting are the signs and symptoms and way your body go feel way for warrant say, well, I need for go do test or I need for go hospital. Oh.
So basically, signs and symptoms, like the person go begin get fever, unexplained fever, your body go the warm some kind one where you self not understand. You go the tire. Before you do half work, no, you don't tire. Before you do half work, you don't tire. So fever, tiredness, there is this thing we can call sore throat. Where for make you swell, you throat the heart. Now other signs and symptoms, that's where you go. You with well, person we get HIV, the first phase go no say, I don't get HIV. Your body go the tire, you throat go the heart, you go even lost appetite, you know, you lost weight. You self go begin to say, my body they don't know, my body they don't know. What's happen, my body they don't so. So now some of the basic signs and symptoms this of HIV.
All right, thank you so much. So I know say as we introduce you already, you know a lab scientist. You in a lab, you do so many other tests. Doctors in the send people them for them test people them. At least from your experience and a young place of work, I will say how common HIV in our community where you do test them people in the camp. How common this thing don't be in our country or now we community.
So like from publications that they don't do that alone from HIV Secretariat alone don't show say HIV and AIDS they on the rise. You know, then get statistics of number of people who are infected, when they don't die, and when they're on treatment. So from Nami only to corner and out of curiosity, HIV they on the rise, it on an increase. And the category of people the way they affect basically now youth, the young one them, young man, young woman. Now we HIV and AIDS they affect. And you know say we plenty and we active and we want to explore. So now this now the big wala. So HIV and AIDS on the rise. They on the rise and they get reported cases of HIV and AIDS on a daily basis.
Wow, this a very shocking. I hope say people out there where they listen on go be careful and eat to they advise them how for protect and prevent una self let una not get this deadly disease from we brother and I una go listen waiting it they say and also una go share them message here with you don't learn here share and to other person let them self watch let them self listen or explain to people them how them get for protect themselves because we in a very small country, we all na brother and sister them, we all for be each other's keeper. So it's very important say we protect and prevent ourselves, but at the same time we do unto we friend, to we neighbor them. Let we all try for spread the word because this thing they on the increase as soon as the man in own small corner in lab, they see cases them in publications. Then self don't back up that one, the people the way they do research.
I know they get you.
Such thing they happen. Okay, I feel we get
I
small
still get
network.
yeah.
You get
Okay.
me?
Yeah, they get you now, yeah.
All right. So you know, a lot of times we know say one of the things that we very important in caring for people with HIV and AIDS na counseling. But before even that counseling did happen, a lot of times people and they we say if you go hospital, they go get in results and then go get this bad, awful news, say you don't get infected. People and feel say, oh, that is the end of the world, and they can't die, and not get no hope. There is no treatment for even people and self we not get HIV. Now, how we say they feel. Say when you get is end of the world. Yes, now a very bad and deadly disease. But wait till you advise to such people. Wait till you go say to such people where they think say, oh, if I get I'll go commit suicide, I'll kill myself, I no pursue me goal again because treatments no day, this no day, that no day. Wait now you advise to such people.
So first thing first, we for no say this life, good times they come, bad times they come. So preparedness when it comes to bad times, now number one goal. So with that, it can help you emotionally if somebody come in contact with any kind of sad news. Then my advice to such people now that if person go hospital based on how they feel, then go tell you say or then give you result to get HIV and AIDS. One thing from a Christian point of view, you go on your knees and pray and tell God thank you. Secondly, one good thing about HIV and AIDS is that it gets management plan. So person no need for go kill himself, person no need for condemn himself, person no need for say in goals and not able for achieve because it don't become infected with HIV. I can tell my brother and sister they listen say now no. If by adventure you go hospital and tell you say get HIV and AIDS, see them they then go counsel you. We all know say it's not easy. We all know say it's hard for accept. But that's life. You just get to accept them and move on. And as I said earlier on, one good thing about them, again, management plan. Management plan will make you live longer than even the person will not get HIV and AIDS. Yeah. Treatment plan in the way you go to take on a daily basis, where go make if you body don't mail you go do back like I've been there, and people no go no safe say this person is from HIV and AIDS. So now me really advise that. Make we not take things up with AIDS and think and say HIV, being infected with HIV at the end of the world. No, that's not true. That's not lie. I know people may get HIV and AIDS where they live right now, as they say. Where they go about their daily business, they do their daily activities, and they're okay and well, like me and any other normal person. So now me really advise that to me, brother and sister, they will listen. HIV not to the end of the world for anybody.
All right, Fambulem na the word that if unfortunately you live with HIV or may God forbid you end up say you go hospital, you feel sick and then go tell you say you get HIV. Now go commit suicide, not condemn yourself. Talk to the medical people, let them tell you waiting at the treatment plan and how then go able to boost your immune system so that you go live better one. Una don't hear from my brother. No need no day for give up on life. You just get for continue and no say there is hope, no say treatment plans then they how for manage that sickness day. So there is no need for let una become say give up. Are they give up in life and all that things they as you already don't mention earlier about stigmatization, we know say a lot of people they way they stigmatize other people where they feel say if somebody don't get HIV, they condemn. I not for talk with them, I not for shake hand with them, we not for sleep na the same bed, we not for do anything in corner. What do you want to say to them kind of people for change their habits and then behave? What do you want to say to them and instead of them behave that way they stigmatize people and waiting them for do instead of doing that kind of stigmatization day?
Yes. So stigmatization we all know say is very bad. Because when somebody's sick, the body sick, likewise the mind sick. So if you not get proper care, not only with medication, but with counseling, with good talk, that alone don't do for kill them. So my brother and sister them we get fambul, paddy, uncle, auntie, we no say that person they get HIV. Do ya una not they push them? Do ya una not they stigmatize them? Una not they make them feel bad about themselves? Because Creole say Rena the for them na one man do not. Today can be that person day, tomorrow can be your own turn. And you know go and make people and treat you the same way. So let we learn for embrace people with infection, with disease, within a disease condition. By so doing, we will help them for heal mentally and even physically. Because that will give them courage for live. You go give them reason for live. But if you stigmatize them, you give them reason not for live, not for move on with life. So my brother say, as I say, let we embrace people with infection, people who get sick, and make we see our best to help them for make their life prolong at this world.
All right, thank you so much for that one. The Fambulem we hope so now will take now advice there and give support, both emotional, physical, and whatever support you fit give somebody and not for stigmatize people them we get HIV and AIDS. Mr. Garber, we know
Yes,
say
sir.
you not only the work as a medical lab scientist, but you involve also in organizations them and advocacy for spread the message about HIV and AIDS, hepatitis, and so many other infectious diseases them. Tell me much about una work and how somebody could get in contact with you or the organization.
So as I start earlier on, me a young man, and me desire and interest now for say young man and young woman them live a better life, a healthy life. So based on the trend where I don't see HIV, well, we don't goal donor for sensitize people about HIV and AIDS and hepatitis because now salon now the two disease condition that's where they on the rise. And so we form a group. I bring the initiative and meet few of me young people me young kind people and we form this group when them volunteers without border. So we they sensitize people but HIV and AIDS and hepatitis, the good side, the bad side, and the repercussion behind non-compliance. So if person want for know more about this organization when I volunteers without border, it can reach out to me. As for body Calvin Gavin and name what they use on Facebook, you can contact me via Facebook Messenger. Then we go talk more. If again you want put on under this work for sensitize young man and young woman, for sister will get reduce or minimize the rate of HIV and AIDS and hepatitis transmission. You can come on board and join me and make Mama Salon and the world a better place for young man and young woman. As they can say, young man, young woman, now we get tomorrow. If young man, young woman, they in one kind condition we're not good, tomorrow no go fine for this nation and even the world. So now the word that.
All right. Well, Fambulem Unadonyeri, Volunteers Without Borders. You fit join, you fit support them in any kind way. Now, an organization where they bring sensitization and counseling for people with HIV and AIDS, and also for spread the word, let people be aware, say this thing they on increase and how for protect themselves. Also about hepatitis, now another disease where a silent killer also I know say you're very concerned about. You didn't lab, you see they go on the increase. Hopefully next week or another time we go come explain to the people them also waiting at this disease hepatitis. Let them know about them and let them know how to protect themselves. So Fambulem una find Arthur Bodigi Calvin Garber on Facebook and write them and get in contact with them for see how you go join and support Volunteers Without Borders. Let we all spread the word and let we all help each other. Mr. Garber, we almost wrap up the program now. What do you want to tell the people them how they get for protect themselves?
Protection again. Protection when HIV and AIDS come now this where we are aware of them. They may give you 3 letters. We now basic letter. They may now A, B, C. Abstain if you know say you know how use condom. Be faithful. Make it not go and sleep with different sex partner them.
Oh, unfortunately, I think we don't lost with brother, Mr. Arthur Garber, we wonderful lab scientist. Well, Fambulem, if I can finish for Mr. Garber, I've been the try for say now the ABC abstain. That is, if you know say you know I use condom or you afraid for get HIV and it's not do mommy and daddy business at all. Now they abstain. Or B, be faithful. Stay to one partner. Stay with one woman or one man. No need for go and frolic around the place and sleep with different partners them around. And C, now for use condom. And I want let people know say not to only man condom, then the woman condom day. So if man no want use condom, you the woman can use condom. If the woman no want use condom, you the man can use condom. So Fambulem na the word that today we don't can talk about HIV and AIDS. I hope say una go share this video. Me na una host, Dr. Alpha, and hopefully next week Sunday we go join una back. If you find this video interesting, now for share them to you people and make sure say you friend we na YouTube at TPP Leon and subscribe to the channel. Until we meet again, una tata.